All right, here we go. Director's commentary of the game. Because every time I see a game, I want to do a director's commentary. You know, just let you know where you're going wrong, you know. Nah, it's about other stuff as well. Right, all right, so. Narrowness. Great pressing there, great anticipation there by Davey. Lovely stuff. There's good press as well, so all the clearances are coming to us. That looks nice. Decent cross. Bit more whip maybe, you know. Good pressing there from Gaz. I'll just be quiet when there's fuck all happening. That reminds me of something that happens later. Great ball there, almost. We'll see, but if memory serves me correctly, we started off quite well. Good link up there with Jack. That's unlucky. Needed a DM back there. We mentioned that at some point, half time or something. Well, Jamie features, but Jamie's a good listener. He fixed that very quickly. Always want one DM at least back there though, and the other one, which would be generally Isaac, generally able to get back in that sort of position where if it breaks forward to the front third, you can help out, but if it goes the other way, you can get back. That applies to the fullbacks as well. And as I think there's not loads of trust in me, it's a constant uphill battle to get trust, but that's a Liverpool thing. Just to be in that sort of area where you can get to both. Good pressing there with Jack. He's held him up. He's forced him to go across, which is what we want for the winger to then come in. And we've got it back again. Brilliant pressing, that. And that's cheeky. Oh, that's really unlucky. What a great start. I couldn't quite get the words out, but I do think we judge ourselves from the last game. After Aki's, we're all practically singing we're going to win the league. And then after this, it's, you know, well, certainly not everyone, but we're shit and that's it. And that just isn't how it works, is it, you know? I always say any example, you know, I don't know, Palace beat Liverpool the other day, you know, does it mean they're better? Does it mean Liverpool is shit? Does it mean they can't win the league? No. Good tracking back there from midfield. Both got the same man. And then you got the free man over here now. Free-ish. Great defensive positioning. Decent header, that, I think. But good back four there. Equal distance between each. All covering dangerous areas. Nice. If we can cut the cross, that would be great. But we do have good centre-backs aerially, so if possible, but don't overcommit to do that. These were good in the air, which we haven't had before. I'm always surprised that we win so many aerial balls because, you know, it's Isaac, Jamie, Gaz, not exactly massive people, but this one, I want to go over something actually. Played there, Sean. I've got a system because there's always there's stuff about the defensive line, there's stuff about long ball, short ball. I've got a basic thing, essentially. It's got to be situational. Play Gaz. All right. If the team is pressing hard, in other words, our two midfielders are probably going to drop in. Gaz will be floating somewhere trying to pick up space. The two midfielders are probably going to drop to receive. Oh, I don't know if he meant that, but I'll do. Good strength there by the defender. Good fullback, see. Play it there, Jack. All right, so if they're pressing hard, our forwards are going to pin. We keep talking about this pinning thing. It's really important. So they're always going to be as high as possible. I love that neat play. Control and give. See, it's going to happen, but simple balls like that, got to make it. There's a large margin for error there. All right, so if they're pressing, you pop it over the top to the forward's feet. Or if it might bounce in front of them, they bring it down with the chest, whatever. We don't want them to on their head. We want it so it's, chest or below. Where they can drop in and get it, and then we can play football. We can still play fancy stuff with what you might call a long ball. It's not hit and hope. It's a knock into the space for any of the three to come and collect. But if they're sitting deep and they're not really pressing, then we go short. Because if you go long and they're sat deep, they've just got a wall of 6 or 7 players who are going to win that ball. And it's not, the attackers can't pick it up in space. So it's just that's a hit and hope. And we're hoping something goes right. But we want to avoid hope. We want to make things happen. So we'll see how it goes here. My memory was they were quite deep. But that might be because I was thinking about that later on. And I think what the teams are doing, they're sussing very early that we'll go along. Obviously we've got called Yucky. And once they suss it, they're going to drop deeper. Then you can switch it up and you can start playing through the midfield. We absolutely cannot eliminate that as a thing. See, that nearly would have went to Dave. It was in the pocket of space. We know where everyone is. That was a blind pass. We should know roughly where everyone is. And a ball like that, should be someone there. If you need to do some kind of reverse blind pass. So does that make sense? Midfield marked very tightly. Oh no, I'll go into how we do that offensively as well. So if the midfield tightly marked, pop it over the top. Could play that. Pop it over the top. And then counter press, which means you react quicker than they do and charge to the ball till it's gone over your head. If you're a midfielder, the ball's gone over your head, especially Gaz. You shoot the fuck up and run directly towards where that ball's going. Don't think about anything else. You run towards the ball, then you make your decisions after that. But that reaction is massive. And then guy gets it, say Andy, lays it off, goes, whatever. If he gets it, maybe fumbles around, maybe there's a bit of a slight loss of possession. You're there to press and have 2v1 and try to pick it up again as quickly as possible. So that's we're talking about what they do. As for our press, this is important for the midfield. The forwards are doing exactly as I asked. It was me. So I was trying to be humble and say we, but it was me. So that pressing, I think, is working a charm. It only works if the midfield do it as well. Like we can do pressing drills in training, but the midfield have to back that up. It must do it. And you must do it when you see it's happening. If it's not happening, you hang off your person you're marking. I always talk about touch tight and I'm wrong. The idea is that you are shadow marking in case they go long. And then again, that thing about being ready to go back. So you should shadow mark, meaning you should give them a little distance. One, it's going to tempt them into passing, and then you can instigate your press, put pressure on them, force a mistake. If it goes long, you're ready to drop. So this is an actual, again, if you trust me or not, that's an actual thing in footy. You've got to, and Liverpool do that as well. I didn't get it from them actually, so it sounds like I'm just watching Liverpool videos, but that's they're a team that do that. if you watch them, they always hang off a little bit. They're not touch tight. And then they charge once the ball has gone to them. Because, yeah, teams are doing, going back to the other thing, teams do that thing. If everyone's charging for it. I think Leeds did it against Liverpool when they got a 4-4 draw a couple of years ago under Bielsa. They just went, right, you're going to tightly mark our midfield, so we'll pop it over the top to the winger. And then counter press. I'll sum all that up in a minute. This is class, that Brian there. He's been covered, I'm not sure. That's a good idea. Oh, hello. Unlucky there. I think it's a good start here. And first half, they had too many chances than I'd like. But the defence were fantastic. All four. I'm thinking of the goals later on. I'm pretty sure it's what we said. We let them come inside. You look how narrow that is. That dotted, that dashed line there inside from the number 4. Fucking hell, that's a shooting position already, isn't it? Just one cut inside. Fucking pitch. I'll remember for next time when we play the Ackies. I'll concentrate a bit here. Good. Nice spread there to pick it up. Balta Ewan might have been on there, but that's fine. Switching, stating the obvious, switching is so fucking good. Especially on a tight pitch where we need to create space. So, I mean, you could say it's so narrow that switching doesn't really do much, but look, here we go. Loads of space now. They're all having to shift. New avenues are opening up. Jamie. The outside of the right boot there. Nice. Composed. Oh. I'd have to watch that again. I don't know if Jack could have been done a bit more there. I'm not sure. Or if it's just a poor pass. Bit of both. Oh. I'd like to see that, but again, actually, it didn't look like there was any cover behind Sean. You can rewind and have a look for me. Cover is so important. Like, that dropping has got to be immediate. It's a bit like what I was saying with Gaz with a counter press. Just turn and run, even though you don't know the situation. Even though you don't know, is that going to go to Andy? Is it not going to go Andy? Is it going to bounce out? Just you turn and you fucking go react. I think these lot reacted quick. I'm also going to say I think we'll see as we go, but I think they were better than they were given credit for. And I think they forced us to, they played their part in us not playing very well. They weren't pissing about. I think they pressed well. They put pressure on us. They've got, 5 players are on the ball there. Oh, God, this is scrappy, isn't it? Bloody get the ball on the deck, man. But all that defensively, handling that nicely in the back 4. A bit too much space there. That's class. That's brilliant. That's composed. This is great. I remember this. Great pace there, Jack. Great run as well by Jack, and a great run by Davey. That's unlucky. Good defenders, man. What have we got? 9 goals before this game in 2, and then we just get the 1. I mean, yeah, because we didn't play fantastic, but you got to give them credit where credit's due, man. Yes, you do. Bit more needed there, Gaz. I know it was a tough one, but just get some contact on it. That's too easy. See, the 1-2, if Sean didn't intercept that. Yeah, as I was saying about when I was using Gaz's thing as an example about turning and going. Same with defence. Ball around the back. Don't go, how's Sean going to do here? Wonder how he'll do. You fucking drop. You drop, and get behind. Obvious stuff, but that's the basics. When we get the basics right, we're a good team. Anything else can come after that. But to be honest, I'm 99% about the basics, because you're all good footballers. You get the basics right. Decent effort, that. Difficult to keep down. All right, let me concentrate a bit. Too much space there. That should have been, I'm picking on Gaz, that should have been a Gaz one if he was a DM dropping in. Got to get into shape ASAP. You had plenty of time, everyone, to get into your shape. For that one, that was a goal kick that took a few seconds to retrieve it. Just getting the same people every time. It's good cover there. Overlap. Well done, Ewan. Again, a bit dodgy. That's fine. That'd be a I didn't quite catch that. I was looking at Sean thinking, is he a bit too wide in the build-up there? I'd say you start narrow and then shoot out wide if it starts to come across, but not while it's completely on the opposite sideline. Keep that back four tight. Yeah, they're on you, man. Look at that. 2 men on him. But that's why this might be out of date by the time you hear this, but I'm going to do this Rondos thing. I know it's dull. Well, it's not dull, but it's unoriginal Rondos, but fuck this. So all football is mini Rondos. Right, here we go. Here's a mini Rondo coming up. You got 2v2. Boom. See? All right, what we got here? That's good. That'll do. Good old up play there, Jack. That's nice. I regretted bringing Jack off, actually. Yeah, I got stuff to say about noise. We'll talk about that face to face, but I think there's quite a bit too much noise at the moment, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to eliminate noise. I work better in my own head. Well played again. Jack, good press. Block the forward pass. Don't mind if he goes across. We want him to go across. Just block that forward pass every time on their build-up. In situations like that, the forward pass, we want them to be tempted to go across, because these Davey and Andy are so onto the reading of that pass that they're going to intercept it a lot. He needs cover here. We know Ewan's not the quickest. He's done very well there. You want to be, I mean, when you cover is that, you're going to be not even in line with them. I mean, down there in that final fifth or whatever it is, obviously you're in line because it's so far near the corner, but generally cover is behind, diagonally behind. Ready to shoot across if they're beaten. If they're beaten, you shoot across and deal with it. And if that was Ewan, for example, there, he then tucks back into centre-back. And you just switch roles. Let's say Ewan fails. Mark comes over, deals with it. Ewan is only thinking about shifting back into centre-back to cover where Mark's just left. This is a common thing I'll say with full-backs. If you get beaten down the line, full-backs, or rather the ball goes around the back of you, you don't chase the guy. If you see your centre-back coming across, you shoot without any thought towards centre-back, diagonally in. We don't want two people chasing, one behind and one to the side, stroke front. All this stuff is vital seconds. Vital seconds. Vital. Oh, here we go. Is this the goal by any chance? Somewhere around here. It's unlucky. That's unlucky. All I would say. It's easier said than done, but we've got to get it on target and test the keeper if we can. But that was a bouncing half volley, I understand. It's not easy. Rondo, here's a Rondo. It's good press again. Well done, Eyes. Unlucky. Everyone's in such a good spot there. I mean, your setup is spot on. Gaz just a little bit off the DM, enough to maybe tempt him into the pass, and then, you know, if it goes over him, he can get back. No, that Rondo is a 1v4 or something for poor Davey there. Oh. All right, they've broke the press there, and he's now able to... He had no opposition. He had his head up. All the signs were there that pass was coming. He's dealt with it well, but that's the sort of time you're talking about at least starting to drop, and so your body is ready to go. You don't even have to drop a million meters, but as long as that body is ready to go, and if it comes short, something happens, you can turn easy enough, but you're not going to get caught out. Where you might get caught out is over the top. Body shape is very important. It should be natural. You should be thinking, hey, where's the danger here, without thinking of those exact words in your head, like, hey, they might be going over the top here. Anyway, this is really, they can't really get through at the minute. They're struggling here. This guy keeps getting space. He's come across, he's tucked in. Great stuff, someone tucked in, Jamie or someone. Great position in there. This is an absolutely reasonable start to a football. I'd be the happier manager at this point. Well in. Want the second ball, someone. That's fine though. Well marked there in the middle of the DM. And he's pretty much got these two. Now Jack come across. Block the forward pass. But still, that's the pressing. He forced him into a mistake. That's what pressing is. Remember, pressing is not about the person doing the pressing. It's about pass number 2, 3 or 4. As we saw. Oh, here we go. I know it's going to come here. That's class. Oh, look, Sean's in disbelief. I mean, what a great start. No wrong with that start, man. No wrong with that start. And you imagine them, what you don't realise is, you won't have it at this minute now, I need to earn it back, but as a fear factor, you know, if you're playing the top team and you go behind, what do you think? You think, oh fuck, it's going to be a long day. See the old corner organisation. I think here, I remember watching this. I saw you all reorganising. We need that back one. Oh, no, he's doing it. I was going to say, you want to be at least even with that back post. See the guy came around the back? You need to have good leverage for a jump there. You want to be shifted. The 3 on the goal. Goalkeeper and fullbacks. And then the others should be almost matching those. A little shifted back. The person on the front post in the 6-yard box should be a little further back from that front post. So you've got space to run. You can easily run forward and attack. What you can't do is run backwards and attack. So that 3 across that box, not in line with those in behind you. A little bit shifted, meter back. Causing problems there. A long ball. Still not paying attention to where they were, but I think they were still reasonably advanced. That was one of the better throw-ins. Okay, now we'll see. But oh my god, we waste a lot of throw-ins. What was all this talk about them playing three at the back? I don't think they're playing three at the back at all. This is what I'm talking about with noise. Like, I'm going, oh, this shit, I feel an idiot for not noticing. I don't think they're playing three at the back and five in midfield and all this stuff. We shall see. That's class again. Sean had a great game. Oh, that's unlucky. Don't know if you left that on purpose, Jack, but it was good. If you are leaving it on purpose, do a little, a little foot over the ball so it looks like you're going to go for it. Just to add to that dummy. Block the forward pass. That's class again. Unlucky. Great positioning though, because Sean is not fully engaging, which is what I want. He's ready to go back. Hey up. Oops. Unlucky. I love the fluidity. Brian was like, yep, got it. You probably communicated it, or even if you didn't, I'm sure he knew, and that's absolutely fine. You've got these positions as a guide, and if someone else is doing it, that's fine. More than fine. It's what you want, as long as you've got your 4-3-3 style, fluidity, fantastic. I'm shivering here. Shivering for. Goal side there. Not going to get anything around the back of him. Go in front of him, make him, force him into a decision. Yeah, I can't work out a formation because that number 7 drifts all over the place. So I still could be wrong. Actually, doesn't look like 3 at the back to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 players and they are attacking there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nearly 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not bad. Oops. Oh yeah. He seems a bit. Doesn't matter. Like, seems a bit of a tit, that 7. The second time already he's had a whinge. What is it with number 7s? The Brooklyn 7 does that as well, doesn't he? Yeah. I need a haircut. Oh, my lads. It's causing problems again. It's great. I think Isaac was on there. Got to be ready to change your mind. This is one thing we do. We have. You should always have an idea. I always think before you get the ball. So as like I wouldn't call it a backup plan. It's your main plan, but it's like there. If you've got time and something's better on, you got to be willing to change your mind. I think this is a common thing we do, which is why we get red a lot. There's times our passes are intercepted because it's fucking. I got to use my word again that Ewan likes telegraph. Sometimes you can telegraph what we're going to do a million miles away. So even if he cuts in there, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying this. It was quite a tough game for cutting in. God, it's scrappy, man. Like, don't blame you. It's like tight pitch. Fucking every little pass has to be spot on, and if he's gonna get 6, 7, 8 passes before you can get a chance, it's just fuck. I wouldn't like to be doing the stats for possession in this one. Get your ass back there, Gaz. I'm picking on Gaz. I love you, Gaz. I don't love you. You're alright, but love-ish. I don't love anyone. It's a Belle and Sebastian song. Scottish group. Should like them. All right. Great cover again. Nice lay in. Nice lay off. Brilliant. Forward 2, back 1, forward again. It's great stuff, man, there. Get some beef. Any cross, man. Get some absolute fucking whipping them. I end up boring, so I have to say the same things a lot. But lads, if you get a fucking cross to see, whack that fucker. That's a good one. But again, I've said whoever's on opposite flank has to be looking at back post. Striker should be looking near post, and I don't like them to go beyond the near post. If they go a little bit, let's say Jack was a little bit closer to Davy there than the post, not than the post, but a little bit towards Davy, like to the right hand side of that post as we're looking at it. The finish is hard. You want to be almost going directly to the post, and we've got to have someone back post. But Because it's the same as the corners. If it drops a bit shorter, you can your run is you already got the inertia. Your run keeps going, and you can shoot in to get it. If it goes over your head, there's nothing you can do. So we really want someone every time those wingers going roughly towards the back post, and ideally Gaz or someone as a cutback option. And the more we start doing this, if yous are there as options, it maybe won't happen for a little while, but the more people realise that those runs are being made, they can do it instinctively, you know. I'll just be looking out exactly for that. Fuck, what a game. Both of you's gone there. Yeah. One cut in. Oh, making notes. Wonder where I said there. Don't know. Probably wrote, I'll be a little bit cold when I'm watching this on video. Oh, look at that. Outside of the shin to control. This is such an odd game. Social football, right? Here's a little inside guide. Social football is very hard for tactics, you know. It's different to pro football. It's a lot clumsier, and a lot of it is just unmanageable. It's hard to explain what I mean there, but it's not exactly easy to read how teams are playing. It's only in little moments like this where people get time. Well dropped there. Well dropped. Because you could see he was going to do that pass. It was fucking obvious. But he's getting bodies behind the ball here. Need a bit more strength there. A bit more aggression. That's fine. Great cover. Great positioning again there. That'll do. Yeah, you know what? You lot don't know. It's all easy when you give your opinions and stuff. I tell you what. Oh, God, you don't know. He's just saying that to make himself sound good. No, I'm not. Oh, look at that. Wide, yeah. Great. Well held up there. Right timing for that pass. I like Brian's crosses. That one needed to be harder, as we've talked about. But I like the height of them. I like the curl. Well, the location. Need a bit more whip, but he still caused a problem. Asked a question of the defender and he fucked it. That's great, both of you. That's not. Oh, that runner. Oh, watch that runner. I'd like to watch that again. This is the ball watching. Constantly aware. You know what I do? I think pros do it as well. It's just comes naturally. To me, any marking, you point at them with your hand. It just tells other people that you are watching them, if it's a corner or whatever. And it gets you focus on them as well. You gotta be focused on these runners, man. It's not enough to check once and go, oh, he's not running, it's fine. And then he sees you not looking, poof, gone. Good ball, that. I think the space is out left. I'd have. How do you give Andy advice? He's quite some player. I would can't pick and choose who I give advice to though. I'd have personally with Matt that if I had that pace, boomed around the outside. But we're so used to not having to fucking do that. Ahead of him. Yeah, well read. Could have went to our player there. That's good. Got to centre forwards and centre backs have lots of rest periods. More than anyone else, I think. I'm just making it up as I go along, but I'm pretty sure. So if you're centre forward, you have to bust a gut to get across there. And you don't have to worry, what if he plays inside? That'll be a waste of space because the other guy, Davey, would see you doing it and that triggers the press. He comes in, does that thing where he starts to drift in from his full back towards the centre back and boom, you can read the pass. Centre forward must block the forward pass. We want them playing it across the back line. Very important. If you've seen how many chances we get from this as well, this is not everything. I'm saying I could throw highlights video together and show. See, work there. See, work there. See, work there. But the forward, and that's not bragging. But the forward press is really good so far. I just think sometimes centre forward cross a little quicker. I mean, winning the ball in their third is invaluable. You can't beat. I wouldn't say it's an easy goal, but you can't beat a goal like that, man. That was ambitious. If you don't know what's on, take it out, shield the ball. Play it when you are ready. 3-on-3, well covered their full-backs. They had a great game, full-backs. There's good old Isaac with his composure. He's taking his time, holding it up until he's ready. Love it. This is what the quality difference is now. We have to sort of... there's sometimes we're saying things and I don't think they're being... Good save. I don't think they're being... I think they're sort of, oh, yeah, got you. And then they're not being done. By some. We're in Cap 3. I think you have to make real active or proactive efforts to take these things on board. You don't just go, all right, yeah, cool. I think of an example. Playing it simple, like there's times we're getting the ball and we're running into traffic. We'll see well, I'll think of an example as it comes. But there's certain things we've said, like playing it simple and that. And there's times we're picking it up, there's an overlapping fullback in acres of space and we're not going there. You know, it's not out of the realms of bizarreness to say you generally want roughly 2-touch football. Oops, got away with that a little bit, but well played. It's very so tight in there. I mean, that was a decent first touch, really. Oops. Smash that, but I get a tough person to criticise when the other crosses are fantastic. He's smashing the assists chart, Sean, you know. That's unlucky. We want them passes to go well, but I can see he knows that. Eyes should be, you know, you want your eyes. I think it was Lothar Matthäus says he runs and you have your corner vision. You kind of look forward and ahead of the ball. So you kind of can see what's happening ahead of you and you can see the ball. You don't look at the ball. The moment you look at the ball and someone makes a run, you can't see they've made that run. So I think Andy made a bit of a run there. Obviously you got to play to the run. That's look at that, 7. So that's... I can't work out their formation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 on that back line. Obviously, it's a free kick, but sometimes it seems 4-3-3 with the winger dropping back in to help out. And so it's 4-4-2-y, but let me have a fucking gander. It's good, that. It's unlucky. I'd say there, Jack, give a bit of... you're going for the ball as well, but you want your body giving the keeper problems. So a bit of a barge into him without fouling. I'll let him know you're there type thing. Put him off his punch. Think about that, you know, that kind of thing as well. Not just the ball. That's not just Jack there. Yeah. A little bit of football intelligence, all these things we just need to up a bit now at this level. Yeah, he did get a push in the back there, I remember that. Bloody Aaron. Oh, what a funny game this is. I mean, how the fuck do you even judge some of this? That's a great tackle. And very importantly enough for a corner. Even though, I tell you what, I'm so less anxious on corners now, even with this little fucking narrow-ass pitch. Don't want to give them away, but I believe we still gave away the odd silly free kick near the box. That's one of the things we've been talking about, active. Making an active effort. Not just, oh, yeah, got you, and then run away. Ooh, not keen on Brian coming all the way out there, but I love Brian, so it's fine. I don't like defenders stepping out. You are supposed to have one steps out, but as long as there's no overcommitting, when it's a step out and it's an all or nothing challenge, it could be nothing. It could be all, and everyone claps. I'm a little bit like, all right, okay, I'll take it, but I'd rather not happen like that. All right, so they're quite advanced here. That's unlucky. Could have been a bit better, but the idea was right, and coming into where you came is right. Bit more, just, aggression, confidence, belief. Some players are confidence players and they hope that the ball goes rather than having that aggression, and it's not even a question of if the ball goes, it's going. You can fake confidence. Fake it till you make it. It's true. God, this is so... I don't even know. I have zero judgment on that. It's just, I don't know. It's very odd football. It was one of the oddest games. A bit dangerous in there. You got to be sure if you're doing that. I told Logan when he came on, I don't like the centre of this pitch. Get it down the line. It's very basic schoolboy style of PE teacher type thing, but yeah, it's just so congested. For me, it was a down the line game until get to a little bit more there. I know it's tough. That's a good tackle, and that's nice. That's good interplay, and that was a cracking ball. Remember that. That's just unfortunate connection. Checking this is fucking recording, but it isn't. Oh, it is. Great 1-2s there. That's class. They've beaten, they've got around the back of a lot of players. Well got back, though. And that's great there. Ewan stayed left, Sean stayed centre. This is brilliant. Oh, got to stop that shot, as we'll see later. Bit of game management from Chris here. Seeing us out till half time by the looks of it. I tell you what, that bloody half's gone quick. Is he kidding me? I feel like I've got zero insight. When I watch games, normally I see so many things. I think because I'm talking at the same time, I'm seeing less as my excuse. Again, I think it's a bloody hard game to judge. But I'll try harder second half when there's more to talk about. As we know. It's great. As long as he knew no one was behind, I assume he knew. Again, I'd like to see that again. I'm not going back. But I talked... this is what I think that's what I talked about at half time, isn't it? I think Mark's running across at speed. You've got to shift away from him. I don't like it whenever I see anyone running towards someone and that person is kind of stood watching, unless they're doing some fancy blocking of a player with the body and to create a bit of a gap for that person to run forward to. Bit of clever blocking like in basketball or something. But that for me, immediately, if anyone's running towards you, you fucking shoot out into space. You've got to get away from them because the pass is going to be short. The pass is going to be short. And any short pass means you're going to be swamped very quickly. Tempo and spreading out when you play forwards is what buys you time. The shorter the pass, the less time you have. Because the same person that was one mark could have, even if there wasn't the other guy, which there was two, but even if there was one guy, he could have went. But you've got to stretch the play. No bother though. All right, we'll jump to the second half. All right, here I am again, and I'll as soon as I see him. Oh, the hand up there, hand there. This is from time kickoff. We're off. Gaz, Mark, Brian. I remember we started this off quite well. Apart from that, oh no, that's good. Yeah, more oomph. Get your laces on them ones. I see what you're trying to do, so no, sorry, I'm not going to get overly critical. That was more of a pass one than a cross. Fair dues, fair dues. Better throw it. Oops. I know what he was trying to do. What he was trying to do was good. Curling around the back. Lower is what we'd want. Fucking low and arrowed towards roughly where that tall lad is on the far side there. Towards his head. Fucking smashed at them though. Nice back three formation. Spread out. Brian's tucked in. Nice. Jesus, what a game. How much of that is there just bouncing balls and unable to bring them down and just lets fannies about. No one's fault, it's just fucking weird asking. Touch. Nice-ish. No. I'm not sure what's going on there with the ship. Same every time, man. Every time. So that was like Davey chasing DM and someone there. I don't know. Something was awry. If we're doing an attacking midfielder, one of the benefits is it usually matches up what the opposition are doing. They should have one DM, probably. So it's a simple, who mark who type thing. That's a good play. That's nice. That's great. So he looked over his shoulder first. He knew where he was going, so he can do a first-time ball. See, that's better. Keep it going. 2-touch. That's nice. That's brilliant. I mean, that's so perfect, knocking into the forward line and having them lay it off and running off them. It's brilliant. And you should do it more often. You have the confidence to do it. It was a good build-up. I still felt some sort of trepidation, like, oh, is this going to work? Like, I think sometimes if you expect to lose the ball, like, oh, surely you're not going to put 12 passes together here. Someone will cack it up. But you got to have that belief and you keep doing it. Keep trying. That's a good ball. We need to work on attacking corners, don't we? We were always best. In basic terms, we'll have a look at something else maybe, but we're always best in swinging back post. We used to get Moff, Matty, Walker, a bunch of them. We got loads of them back post goals. Nice. Good line, Mark covering a bit. Good. Good, now you got a shift. That's good. Oi, that was close. Good there, Big Jack. Well read. Oops. See, Jack's watching the DM now, as we said. That's good. And he was still in a position to be a problem in attack, so that's good as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got up front at this point. No, he's dropping. Yeah, everyone covered brilliantly. Yeah. Brilliant. Switch there. No need for that. Yep, he's apologised. It's all good. Bring it down. Back foot. Play it across. Nice. Chest again. Good throw. Nice, great turn. We know what he's going to do. He needs a few more bodies in the box there. That's unlucky. That's very hopeful. On the half volley. There's 99% chance it's going to go up there. What else you can do in a quick decision? Don't know. Fire it in low. See if you can get a rebound off something. Bit of pinball in there. I don't know, but keep it alive. Basically, keep the attack alive as often as you can. A bit laboured. Good. Comms. We can see what's happening. Like, I can see there. Obviously, Brian's got his head down. He has to look at the ball. It's running out of play. I can see Andy's coming in. A shout there. Feet. Then audibly, he knows the distance and he ain't far away down that line like he thought. And he'll go, okay, cool. And just pop it a few metres on the floor. Keep possession. Gotta keep possession better, which is why we're going to do rondos. It's just like the possession here is just crazy. All right, Vic Uni got the ball. Alta got the ball. Vic Uni have got the ball. And they found space. Everyone's shifting really well there. Really well. Limiting spaces. Really good, really good. I mean, I was comfy. Generally, as a guy's thinking about it, you might need to comms there, Bri, that you need your help. That's a good tackle. Goal side there, but it's unlucky. Great battling. Great pressing. Everyone has to join. Yeah, well played. Everyone has to join in. It's like, it's like a bukkake. If someone starts wanking, you don't stand at the back in the queue. You go, fuck, hey, we're off here. And you jump in and jizz all. What? My brand of comedy is very unique, which is why I just don't speak to you. I just think, you know what? Just stay quiet, James. This is not their thing. But I enjoy it. That's what matters. Up to now, I'm liking defensive structure. At this point, we've got a clean sheet. It's looking all right. I don't see us being as overrun as some people think in the middle. But we need to treat possession more invaluably. Is that the right word? Probably not. That's a decent ball. Yeah, he's kept it alive. Good. Yeah, good. Behind him. Good pressing trigger that. He's got his facing his own goal. It's in the air. Like a huge pressing trigger that. Boom. Back post again. Got to be on that back post. That's unlucky that. We're all going to disagree. I think I should have kept Jack on longer. Great covering by Jamie here. Do you really think we played as bad as you think? I think possession needs to be much better. That's one thing I would say. It needs to be more fluid. We need to find space. We need to spread out when we have possession. Get completely spread out, not in each other's space. We need to switch it more to find that space on this sort of a pitch. Midfield, two midfielders too close together there. Oh, it's not bad, there's two. I know there's two attacking players. Ignore that. I am paying attention to that, though, at the moment. It's good, but good line at the back, so it's a really small margin for error. Nice. Nice. Left. That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't know if the person's screaming or not. Ball was left, man. We again, so two things there. One, we've gone back into a congested area. It's not a bad ball. It's not a bad ball. I'd probably do the same thing, to be honest, in a quick decision. You see the centre forward's free. Yeah, absolutely. But in general, you can also be maybe looking at taking it on your back foot and just assuming that Sean or that Brian will be on the opposite flank, because it's very likely, very, 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 very likely that they're there. So we can take that, get it out of the congested area. And that's that thing about changing your mind as well. It's all got to be fucking super quick and in milliseconds. But that comes to me. I might have done the same thing, or I might go, you know what? Let's get this the fuck out of that area. Give it to someone in space who can then charge forward into that space, and we've got an attack on. That's unlucky. Good idea. Need to make those. That's another quite a large margin for error, that one. It's a bit too, trying to be too precise. Get that fucking ball ahead of him. Well covered. Honestly, defensively, I think we're doing very well. What an odd game to fucking comment on. The last couple, there's like there's a fluidity behind them. This is just fucking higgledy-piggledy. Ewan had a great game. Yep. Did very well. Not that he shouldn't. Good clapping to the fans there. It is a good chance to get Joe back involved, obviously, for next week. I think Ewan was a bit something wrong. He had something at half time, can't remember, but there was an issue, but he played very well. I feel a bit sorry for Jack, because it's a bit of a tough job. I'm saying, oh, you're going to be the striker and you got to pull, you got to watch their DM. It's great from Andy, this. He's like, yeah, I knew exactly what he's doing. He's trying to tempt him to do that turn and then be ready for it. Love that. Love that. This is what I'm talking about, defending, how you can do essentially tricks while you're defending, body feints, and you pretend you are going to do something and force them into a... That's unlucky. It's great creating him his own chance. Alright, where are we here? Oh, watch that bounce. Well covered though. Brilliant cover. If you do miss that header, you turn the fuck and you go. That's great. Mark spreading out here. But he's got it. Oh. Oh, God. It's very well got out of. Absolutely. Don't like it though in general. Not any one individual. But that's that kind of dithery thing we do at times. I mean, that's unlucky. That's unlucky. Someone needed to be more decisive, essentially, to force that. No one was decisive, which means Chris on the ball is indecisive. So we need someone to enforce his decision. It's no good. Looking at him. my battery's gone on my bloody vape. They got a lot of bodies back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 almost. That's well played. Kept it alive. Unlucky. Good midfield structure. Everyone's got a man. Jamie's following his runner very well there. If possible, needs to then pass him on and come back into the middle. Comes. That's a shove in the back. Oh, bloody hell. The game was ours at this point, man. We weren't creating enough. 100% not creating enough, not treating possession well enough, not being beautiful and planned and not organised, but attacking with this sort of decisiveness. It's a little bit like, oh, shall we? Oh, is it? Oh, he's got past him. Maybe I should go. It's a little bit, little dithery maybe. I don't know. There's no bursting runs and a drive, and again forcing them decisions. That's well played again. Touch bit off there. That's a great ball. Oh, it's unlucky. I think I said the same thing at the time. I thought it was a great ball. Almost was. Good idea though, finding space. Can't wait for this game to get juicy. I have to talk about bollocks. Nice drop in there from Joe. And then it's gone forward, and he's gone forward. Love it. Perfect. Movement limited there. Great cover there from Mark. Ready for that ball. Good positioning. Great. Oh. Is the throw not on there? This red-haired lad who came on, I thought he caused us some problems. At the time, we shall see. But I thought he was very busy. And he was making great runs and finding pockets of space. Their gaffer probably doesn't understand about off-the-ball stuff. Need someone like me. Oh, way up. The camera's gone mental. It's great. They can't get through. Defensively, it's great. Defensively. And that's including the midfield. That's just, no. This is all good as well. Like Gaz has taken up, Gaz has essentially got the job of what Jack had, and he's took up the left, which is great because Dave was in the middle, so they're still acting as a front three. Oh no, Jack's still on. What am I talking about? Ignore that. Ignore everything. It's all bollocks. It's a hit and hope. That's brilliant. Composure and watching the ball, eye on it. Yeah. It's a beautiful idea. Yeah, it's probably, I'm not sure about that one. I just think those are situations where we end up shooting ourselves in the foot. Oh, way up. There it is. I mean, look, fucking hell, that's come from nothing. You know that, right? There's not much to be positive about what people were saying. I think there's positives. We're going to take this on the chin and drive us into game. I remember when Joe Bootland left the Alts and Joe Bootland, and that caused a reaction in me. I was going to give up. Like, genuinely going to quit. Like fuck this. Like, we've got promoted and we've got no forwards, yada yada. And then it does what it always does when we have trouble on the transfer front. Well, since then anyway, I've just learned is like you gotta keep going, you gotta stick at it. But this is not a keep going, stick at it speech. It's do we miss Joe Butler now? No, we don't. But what it did was make me. You can either give up, and then you for sure ain't gonna get what you want because you've given up. It's game over at that point. Or you can double down. So I'm hoping that this game is a bit of a turning point because it can go either way now. We can just go, bloody hell, or you can honestly use it as a springboard. This is so obvious and cliched, but it is. But again, it has to be that proactive approach in your heads. We've got the skill, we've got the will. You got to fucking absolutely use it and go, right, that's it. And it wasn't happy times as we normally have after a game, and I don't want that again. And I'm going to do everything in my fucking power to win every fucking loose ball, to do this, to do that, to make runs off the fucking player, to make sure my passes are fucking reasonably on target at least, especially the simple ones. I don't know. I'm in a funny mood. I shouldn't be doing this now, but fucking use it, man. What we're gonna do? We can either fucking piss about and go, all right, well, or we can go, right, fuck this, not happening again, let's fucking go for it now. And by the way, lads, what better game than the Suburbs next week? I'm glad we've got Suburbs after a defeat, which might not be the usual thing. You wouldn't mind an easy game, get back on track. No, fuck that. I need to watch them again. I don't know if we could have stopped the shots. I think the first one was just came out the fucking blue. That one possibly, but I've said to Chris he needs a bit more spring there. Fucking loft. I don't know if his knees are a problem there, or if you physically can't do it, you physically can't do it. Which is another thing. We're a team of essentially mates. Old mates, or hopefully the new ones feel that they are mates as well. So when you lambast people after the game, first of all, you're lambasting your mates, but I could make every effort to find players better than what we've got. Now, I've obviously done that a bit, and there's some ruthlessness going on, but in general, I think the idea is, and when I say we're a social team, it's not an excuse. It's far from it. I think the work I put in shows that I'm ambitious and I want to fucking win every league I'm in, because I've just got a big ego, to be honest. I'm not afraid of saying that. I think a lot of us are. And you need that in football. But if you're in a team with your mates and then saying, oh, you're shit after, I'm talking about here. Marcus, I might as well just say the word so I'm not beating about the bush and or anyone. Maybe he's went away and discussed it and said, yeah, this and shit, that shit. But you're a team of mates. That doesn't mean you can't criticise your mates for football, but saying shit or we're not good enough and all that. That's what all these other teams are for. Your firsts, your reserves, that thing, who class the result over the bonds, I guess. But I'd like to think there's a slight emphasis on the bonds over the result. That does not mean I don't want the result. Again, I think I put enough effort and work into all this bollocks, such as what I'm doing now, to try and make it a place that you want to play football. And that's how we get people like Andy. He can play for these higher teams, and he's like, you know what, I come here for the camaraderie. And that's what we're built on. We've had good players in the past who've been like that. Luke, Wraith, whoever, these players. I could go through them. Liam, Moff. They're not playing for these first and stuff. They're playing for, they play for us because of that. He's a little bugger, this guy. They play for us for that reason. So I can't word it very well, but I did have a thought, just like, there's some things not right about saying you shit about anyone, to be honest, but we're doing this as a group and people have their levels. If they're shit, which they're not, but if they were, then that's it. They're shit. I can go out and replace them all if you want, but then what is that? What is the alts then? You could do a Shannon. This is not directly to Mark, by the way. It sounds like you can do it. Whoever, if the result is everything, they want to take it. I wouldn't say take it seriously, because we do take it seriously. This is the thing I've got to try and avoid. Back post there. But that's what those teams are for. They probably do come off and do call each other shit and stuff, and you need that. But we've got to not accept, but we've got to embrace our difference. Use the camaraderie I'm talking about, and the fact that we can get over these things quickly, but make sure we do everything to not make it happen again. We've got to use that as the team spirit thing, because I'm telling you, the team spirit's got us a lot of points. And it's very hard this year for me without having been able to keep everyone as involved as I'd like. So rolling subs, it was a pain in the arse doing it every 25-30 minutes, but at the same time it does keep everyone involved, and everyone feels like they're participating more, I'm sure, which all adds to the camaraderie. But we can't lose that. I've been doing this for 6 years, and it's always been a pleasure, and I just don't want that to be lost, and it won't be, because I won't let it. Just turn my work computer back on so it looks like I'm working. God, I'm going to be so far behind. What am I doing? It's not working. Better be. I'll shit my pants. I don't need the bloody door. Does that all make sense? It's just, yeah. I had a better way of wording it before. I'll think if it comes back. That was one of the dangerous free kicks I think we could have avoided. Didn't see it, to be honest, just then, but I remember at the time going, I mean, look where it is on a normal sized pitch. I don't know. It's dangerous is what it fucking is. That's well played. I mean, the effort is there. I heard someone say we're not, along the lines of we're not trying. I'd never ever think that about us. I mean, if it's happening, I would, but it's not. I don't think there's a lack of effort, lack of quality at times. If that's because that's players not quality, then that's fair enough, as I'm saying. Sometimes lack of quality from players you'd expect more from, maybe. I don't know. But there's certainly effort. I mean, this is Andy trying to do it single-handedly, not in a bad way as well. That's what I'm talking about with the effort. There's certainly no lack of desire. Whether that translates to the quality of the output, I don't know. But sometimes you just have your off days, and yeah. Cliches are great. Great tracking back there. Joe following the run, getting ready for the ball, and again. Remember, we came back from 2-0 down, didn't we? We've got to 2 weeks ago. We've got to use that. I sensed a bit of disbelief at this point, and it wasn't going well. But at this point, there was one goal in it, and we hadn't created so many chances, and I think that was maybe playing on our minds. But we've got the quality where anything can happen. So you keep going. It's a bit lame to say, but it's the Alts way. Ever since I've been doing this, we've always gone until the final whistle. So as for disappointment afterwards, I mean, you can be disappointed. I'm gutted after a loss. I mean, I get depression pretty much, but if you fucking battled your asses off, what can you do? If you've had a bad game, you've had a bad game. You have to try not to have a bad game. It's you can't pick and choose when you have good games. You need to, but it just happens. Fucking people are humans. It's just brains are complicated things, and it's not going to happen every time. But yeah, if you've tried everything, you come off and go, I could have done this more or that more. Maybe from a technique point of view, you can, and then you think about it and make sure next week it doesn't happen again. But Yeah, I can't. I don't think there was no trying. I just sense we're deflated here. We've got players coming back. Big players, Andy Riley, Wraith, Aaron when his knee's ready. Moff look good in training. These are like big players. First teamers. So our maiden season in Cap 3. No excuses. But I might have took 6 points if you told me this before the season from the first 3. First game we had no fucking idea. You could tell everyone's like, it's the same when we went to Cap 4. Like how are we going to, what's it going to be like? Are we going to still be good? Are we going to be mid-table, bottom, top? And I think we've answered that. We're going to be up there. We're absolutely going to be up there. We need to make sure of that. It's not going to be automatic. Like I said, people don't turn up for the altar party. We're going to have to battle and scrap every fucking game. But that makes it better. We could be having these 2 on defeat, or we can be winning fucking 8-1 against stop out away like last season. It's very fun and nice day out, but this is what we're up here for. Competitive games that are going to, where what happens in both boxes defines what the outcome and stuff, small moments. I tell you, this lad's a good player, man. That's a silly finish. I'm a bit unlucky. I remember thinking, was he on the first half? Because if he was, I never noticed him. And if he wasn't, why wasn't he? Because I thought he caused problems. So they're dropping. Good. See, the number 12 was trying to tempt you a bit, and he's like, nah, they're going. And they're just forming this wall at the back here, right in front of the defence. So there's no space for people to drop into and get it with their feet. So when that's the case, this is important. I've said a lot of bollocks, but that one is. But that's great, by the way, and that's brilliant. Jamie is just phenomenal at this, 1, sometimes 2 touch. Knowing where he's going to play it before. So any fullbacks, if you're within vicinity of Jamie, you're going to get it if you make a run. Well played. That's just one of them unfortunate. Right, let's have a look. Shape. That lad's trying to find good space. Joe's pretty much got him. Yep. Mark's held that guy up. Everyone's got time to get back. Good challenge. God, are we that late to it? And we're in the fucking time wasty bit. Good run on the inside channel there by the guy. He's done well there, to be fair. That's what I want to see a bit more of us. It sounds basic, but 1-2s, give and goes. 1-2 sounds childish. Let's say give and goes. Give, go, burst. Get them going, oh, fuck. Because everything you do, they don't know you're going to do it. So you have got the advantage. You've got valuable milliseconds advantage. You give and go. It's fucking hard to defend, as our defenders will tell you. Or the midfielders tracking them. That's great again. 1 touch, 2 touch, go. And, see, that's frustrating. It's those little tiny differences. He's gone to the near post. I mean, that's not bad, but again, back post. I lost someone should have been in there. See, that's what we lost. We missed Big Jack, so we didn't have 2. Near post, back post. Near post, back post. Ish. Much like the defending of the corners thing. A little bit inside of the near post, a little bit outside of the back post. So you can come in and attack a ball. Or if it goes long, you're ready. Or if it goes central, one of you can probably both. One of you 2, you could get it. One could back scuttle and the other could come in. Look, he's quick as well, that lad. I'm raving about him, man. Should message him. Except we've got 500 good strikers. Right, good pocket of space there. Gaz has picked up in, but no. So, it's foul, but a little bit got away with it. At this level, the good teams at this level, that sort of stuff, got to be wary of it, that's all. I like Gaz charging forward. He takes players out the game. Good dribbler. Need a bit more on your body, so because he was pretty much behind you. A little bit more like Gaza does, like fucking elbow out, blocking any path towards that ball and not even giving him the chance. But generally, got to keep it playing, keep it going, keep the ball going, keep the ball going. Like a midfield that's well up, good and well up for it is just gonna, that's just bread and butter for them. Ah, unlucky. Brilliant. Brilliant. Good. Very good. My tax broke down again. Oh, no, it hasn't. Good pressing, counter pressing there. That's a good ball. You can see what Andy's trying to do, but they've probably sussed he's a good player and probably at half time said 2 or 3 surround the bugger like the JJs did in the friendly. This is the problem. On a narrow pitch, especially when he can't get his own space. They say, well, Phil lasts. That is not very long, is it? Poor bugger. I meant to message him earlier, I forgot. So, got to be so intricate in this narrow ass pitch. That's unlucky. Someone gambling there, maybe. But that's the thing. We took Jack out, and I know Davey wasn't happy about that, and I get it. Like, it just sort of, it blunted us. So there was a school of thought of playing to our own game or reacting to theirs. I think there's a bit of both. I've done it where we've reacted, like in summer, that team had 500 attackers or something. We put an extra centre back on and worked a charm. And there's other times I'm thinking you have to be patient and not panic and trust what you're doing. And yeah, this game I wish I kept Jack on to give it a bit of a go, because then we had no forward options at this point. So when we went, I think I brought him off at 1-1, and then when we went 2-1 down, limited forward options. That won't be the case soon, but I want to see if I could bring him back on. Played. Watch that first touch. Yeah. Any touch like that surrounded by 2 players, it's going to be tough. It's probably best to take it on your back foot, shield it. I don't know. The first touch should be away from them, though. Which then in turn has you shielding it because your arse is the facing your arse now. But maybe a touch towards your own goal and back. But these western suburbs are going to be onto you. Like, they're going to press. And any of these laboured things where we're spending over anything between 1 and 2 seconds on the ball, which doesn't sound like much, but that's still too long. They are going to snap into that. It has to be, you have to know what you're going to do before, and you need to play it quickly. And there's Philip's injury. I'll go for a quick was, and this is where none of you understood the rule about you can only make 3 changes, 3 change periods. So it's not 3 subs, but it's 3 change periods. So I can bring 2 on, and 1 on. But I can't do 2, 1, 1, 1 or whatever. You can only have 3 change periods. We'd already used them. Which is another reason I need subs. So sorry, subs who are there, but I mean, may need to just start doing 2 subs until at least 85th minute. Or 2 sub changes to change period. Oh. All right, are we back? I need to watch this again. I should have watched it and then did this, but I fucking, it's, very time consuming to watch it, make notes and watch it again with the speaking, but it's a bit of a dull game to watch, to be honest. It's just an odd game of football for me. It felt like a different sport somehow. I don't know. That was just me. No excuses again, but it was an odd one. It's a very odd one to define. I can tell you that the defence seems to be doing pretty well to me. Overall this season, what have we let in? We let in 2 daft back post corners, which we've fixed. We let in 1 really odd goal last week where it was an odd one. We had plenty of chance to recover it and it just, I don't know what happened, but it was a silly goal to give away. That one, fair enough. And this one, 2 long ranges. Now I know a goal's a goal, but it's not like we're getting cut open, which is another positive for me. We've had 3 games cap 4. No one has shredded us open. We've given away silly chances, often self-inflicted. He's fucking good, him, I'm telling you. Sign him on. Anyone knows that red-haired lad? Ask him if he's free. I mean, there was never anything happening there. I mean, everyone's tired. But there was just like a standing still. I don't know who wanted it there, and where you wanted it, and what the plan was. Normally, when I used to play footy, you had people running up and saying on me, on my head, flick on or whatever, like a bit of instruction. And they fucking wanted the ball. When I was a kid, like, fuck me, you had to goddamn want the ball. I was in the B team of Johnny Woodgate's team. The Martin B team. Basically, Martin Reserves. Interesting fact for you. Right, guys. That's it, right? So, look, I'm going to do these often. I genuinely have way more to say than... Oh, it's not finished, though. It's finished. I genuinely have more very obvious gripes in other games. As maybe Chris will tell you, I'll fucking send massive messages about this, we need to work on this, whatever. There's very clear... we haven't done that. What's he doing? Why did he do that decision? Let's try and I want to talk through and go, right, next time what you see, can you see there? And by the way, it's different on the pitch, I know. But generally just little bits of guidance. I'm a social team manager, I know. But I still have a confidence in myself to help you. If you've noticed at 5s, hey, I'm not a bad player. Not that that means anything. Roy Keane was a shit manager, but one thing these people can often do is decent players. Like, I'm all right, but yeah, I think I can see certain stuff. I've played in all positions as well. I don't think there's any position I haven't played. So you can tell me fuck off. What do you know? You pinhead, beardy, chinless bastard. Or you can go, all right, well, I'll have a think about that. Maybe at the time you can tell me to fuck off, but as long as you go away and think about it, then that's good. So, all right, let me think about what I told the lad I told to fuck off earlier, Kana. I suppose maybe he's got a point. But yeah, the other games, so many obvious things to say, and I'm either missing them here, gassing on, or it is a very difficult game to analyse. That's not good. Think of a rondo, and you would say, keep it on the floor, keep it on the floor. If it's really not on, high and long, but not high and short. And I think Joe is absolute phenomenal centre back, by the way. I think he knows I think that. that one was a bit silly, and that's going to happen. But if it, not high and short. High and short is bad, especially lofted. It was like hagging. Everyone's like, nice one. They can all make up how many meters in that time. 6. It's just not sticking there, is it? Don't blame the pass. It's in an area that I'd rather get it out anyway, and there was at least an attempt at an accuracy behind it. You know, there was a plan. It wasn't a hoof. But the coming in and making it stick was an issue. I remember this day. I haven't talked about it today, but just at times, just to relieve pressure and obviously to make an attack. We again about the deflatedness. There's not much urgency considering they were a goal down with not much time to go. Again, I know it hasn't gone well, and the chance creation has been very limited, if at all. But body language at this point. I don't know about you lot. Different things motivate you. I can only talk for myself, and me, I am a different player when I'm angry. I hate shouting at people, but sometimes I'm doing it and it's almost to get myself fired up. When I'm angry, I'm a just completely different player, like totally miles better. When I'm not angry, I can be passive. When I'm angry, I want that fucking ball and I want to make a difference. If I was on here now, I'd be angry because I don't like losing. And I'd be demanding it to try and make something happen. We need people to step up. Not that people are not trying, but I'm talking about that extra sort of step. Like, give me that fucking ball. I'm going to make something fucking happen here. And not rely on other people to make it happen. So get this ball now. What we're going to do. I'm not picking anyone who's gone about getting the ball here, but it should have been bing bang. Let's fucking go. There's a sense of what's the word when you give up? Defeatedness. I think there's some tired legs at this point. It's just that sort of thing's frustrating, isn't it? There you go. Right, I'll leave you be. Do join me next time when hopefully there's a little bit more by way of constructive criticism and feedback and all that kind of stuff. Needs to be way better in possession. It needs to be so much better, and we're going to work on that. And I do things only that I think will benefit us. I'm not a social manager who's pretending to be a manager or whatever you want to call it. And this'll do, that'll do. I genuinely put thought into everything, believe it or not. So yeah, possession. It wasn't good enough. That's clear. But I think there's more to be positive about than you think, and we are better off than this time last season by a point. And we've got a big game against the Suburbs now, and what are you going to do about it? What better game to fucking do it from? Is it going to be hard? Yeah, it's going to be fucking hard, but if anything, the result will make them go, oh, maybe this won't be as bad as we seem. But they're going to be so on it. And this is not just big praise for Suburbs. They're going to be on it. And we need to get back to being on it, because when we are on it, we are a fucking good football team. And we were on it in the second game against these last year. And we need to be on it and not give them a fucking inch in the middle. Cause problems, fluidity, good runs. The same defending. I can't criticise the defending at all, really. I think it's been really good defending this one. And in the first game and the second game had its moments, but it was still good. yeah, that tenacity in defence is what we need. And you're a good team. And we've got Andy Riley returning. And now you know, the last thing I'll say, remember, if they're pressing high, no options, there should be space behind the forwards. I don't mean behind, I mean in front of, sorry. The one nearest side for them to drop into and collect. And then we can play. If they are deep or they start being deep because of these balls, and we play through the middle and we trust ourselves. You can see there, Jamie's linking up well. Isaac's composed. Yeah, all right, that'll do. I'll probably think of a million things to say. All right, cheers, guys. See you at training.